Hello. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Mike T-Roy's in the house. What up, T?
Howdy do, sir.
I'm doing all right. Cold.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I gotta start this heater down here a little bit earlier.
I started it a half hour ago.
Yeah.
About.
Yeah. Well, it's
not bad. It's better than it was. When I first walked down here and turned that thing on, it said it was 53 degrees in here.
That's a bit chilly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll make the bag crawl back up inside you.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
It's definitely better than it was, but so maybe we need an hour next time.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's cold as shit outside, so
It is brutal.
hopefully we don't need it that often
Yeah.
because I don't want it to be this cold.
Yeah. It's brutal. Anyway, I had to run a few errands today, and I don't like wearing a jacket.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
Really?
No, I hate it because I hate wearing a jacket in the car. And when I'm going somewhere, if I'm not going to be outside, most of my time is in the car.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just not wear it
Yeah.
than just run in and out of the store or whatever the fuck I'm going to do, because whatever I'm doing 99% of the time, I don't need it, except for
Yeah.
when I'm walking in and out. And I'm fairly tough. I can handle some cold here. and
Yeah.
there.
See,
But there's times
do you
when you
catch
get stuck.
shit for that?
Not really.
I've caught, like, literally every girlfriend I've ever had in my life
Yeah.
that I've dated in the winter gives me shit about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, I'm making the 50-foot walk from
Right.
this car into that restaurant
Yeah.
or into this store. And I feel like you do. I warm the car up before I go.
Yeah.
It's toasty in there. I don't want
Exactly.
that bulky ass jacket on.
No. And when
weighing
I
me down.
know it's cold or I'm going to be out for any prolonged amount of time, I'll bring a coat. And generally I have stuff in my truck anyway. So if
Do
I
you?
really actually need it,
Yeah.
I could pony up a jacket. But I generally don't walk out of the house with one, no.
Yeah,
I have
mean,
plenty.
If we're going skiing, sure,
Sure. Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah.
But if I'm running to dinner,
No.
sweatshirt.
Exactly. And then I don't want to have to wear it in, take it off, do that, have time.
Maybe
end up-
forget it.
Maybe forget it. Exactly
And at
right.
this stage in our lives, we've done it so long without having a coat with us.
Yeah.
I would forget it.
Absolutely, because I'm used to not having it.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
So that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
I wonder how many people are coat people versus. I think most people are coat people. I think we're the
I
outliers.
think most people are, but then you still see the fucking animals out there right now in like shorts and in a hoodie
Yeah.
right now. You're like,
Yeah.
come on, bro. I mean, unless you're running out from the gym to your car, like,
Yeah.
come on, get it together.
Even then, throwing some sweatpants.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see it. Anyway, a lot going on today. We're going to get a new Supreme Court nominee.
I heard there was someone stepping
Yeah,
down.
Breyer is making his exit. Good move.
Smart.
It's the move Ruth Bader Ginsburg should have taken when Obama offered it to her.
Yep.
Slight push at lunch, and she was like, "Fuck off! I'm not going anywhere." And he's like, "Okay,
Oh, yeah, sure. Well,
got it, bitch."
Although you did, and the timing was piss poor.
Timing was really poor. You could have just stepped away gracefully as a hero.
Yeah.
You chose to be a fucking "I am woman, hear me roar" moment, and
Became a martyr
Trump
for the right.
got to make your pick. Oh,
That's gotta sting a bit.
that's a triple sting to those people. Trump got to make your pick.
Yeah.
All you had to do was take a knee, just walk off the field right into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
First ballot.
Oh, no doubt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. She let Trump take it over. You're the Bills defense that gave up a touchdown with 13 seconds left. That's what you are.
Yeah.
And Breyer's like, all right, I'm 83.
Time. Smart.
Fuck this. We got that bowl of soup in there is on my team. So he'll nominate someone to replace me, and I can just walk off into the sunset. So good move by him. We'll explain more on that story.
Yeah. Has it always been that way?
No.
Right.
No,
it
not
hasn't
even
been a
close.
political football.
No.
The way, right? It used to actually have some integrity.
Yeah, there was a lot more integrity. Well,
Yeah.
you always had the crucial differences.
Yeah.
Where fuck it, we can even just talk about it now. Why not? You'd have that where it was like
started it.
I did. I was trying to front. I was trying to what is it? Front sell. Something coming up later.
Oh,
coming up a little bit later.
A tease?
A tease, if you will. Front selling. But it's like, yeah, we're a podcast. Who gives a fuck? We can talk about.
We make our own rules. There's no rules.
Let's talk
here.
about bottles of water now, T, and we'll get back to whatever else later.
Exactly. Goes off the rails quick.
No, it usually ends up in like a 96 to 50 something or whatever it lays out.
Yeah.
But it's usually you
Generally,
get
they're good people, and
they're
for the most
competent
part,
people.
they get voted in. You
Yeah.
don't put somebody in there that's too crazy one way or the other.
Yeah.
But it's become changed.
This is a fairly new thing that we're dealing with, where it's like everyone on one side is going to sit on their hands and fuck no, not vote for your whatever Nazi or your liberal douchebag. Yeah. And it's just the only people that suffer are us, the people. That's it. But I do have a problem with, this is another one of Biden's campaign promises. Like when he was picking VP, I'm going to pick a black woman. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, how's that working out for you? How's picking the black woman to be your VP working out for you? It doesn't seem to be working out all that well. And her staff is complaining, he's giving her jobs she's not qualified for. This isn't her expertise. It's like, bitch, maybe you shouldn't be the fucking VP then. How about that? If you're not up to do the job, you're just setting people back, that maybe, would have been more qualified to take that seat and actually move things forward. Instead, your plan was just got to be a woman and got to be a woman of color. Okay, good job. So this time it was like Twitter's blown up and everyone's like, don't let him forget. He said it's going to be a black woman on the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Well,
better hold him to it.
Yeah. So we have to find a black woman, and I don't care if it's a black woman.
No.
I don't care if she's lesbian or black, gay, Asian. I don't care.
But having an agenda going in, it may not be the best move.
Right.
Yeah, maybe.
Just seems like you're dangerously flirting with shit we don't want to flirt with.
Yeah, like integrity.
Yeah, or making decisions based on someone's skin color, how much melanin they have in their fucking skin.
Yeah.
I get it. You want a level playing field, but
equal representation. I can appreciate that.
It seems
But how about we make that
though?
decision when it's time to make that decision, not have that decision made ahead of time,
Right.
which is going to limit your talent pool of who you're going to choose from.
Yeah, you've just taken 1/4 of the country and said that we're only looking at this pool.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that in any other job.
No.
We're looking for a black punter. We want a black punter to be on our team. Like what? Why a black punter?
Yeah, because exactly.
We're looking for a, I don't know. It just seems you're crawling into that world that just seems shitty. Like if she's super qualified, great. I'm sure there are plenty of women that are. Nominate your girl. No one cares. No one really cares. But
no. But when you call your shot before you even get there, it's disingenuous. And then now you even have to question the person that they picked because they weren't picked on their laurels. They were picked on
and merit.
They were picked on the fact that they checked the boxes that he promised to check.
Right. And that's all that matters because Clarence Thomas was already elected to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And he's been treated like shit ever since by the left. He's not a good enough black guy, right?
Yeah.
He's conservative. And so they've called him the N-word. They tried to derail his nomination process completely. They've called him an Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
They've called him they're probably calling him a blackface of white supremacy at this point. But Clarence Thomas was railroaded and has been for decades. So it's not just about a black man. It's someone with an agenda that fits your agenda.
Let's not forget the pubic hair and the coke.
Pubic hair on the coke, Anita Hill. Who has put pubic hair on my coke? Yeah, and so you take these guys and tear them to shit, and it's like, okay, I hope the right doesn't do that to whoever this black woman is.
Well, I
sadly
hope they
don't.
I do too. I hope they don't. Because
I hope they just go in and go, she's
okay, great,
qualified.
she's fine. Let's start taking the high road.
Yeah.
Let's start turning this thing around now.
Yeah.
Let's do what we expect
Let's
to be
celebrate
done.
the historic nature of it.
Yep.
Let's, he gets his pick just like Trump got his picks.
Yeah. Let's not do the
Biden's
whole
gonna make this
Kavanaugh
pick.
shit show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a disaster.
Show people how it's supposed to be done. And I hope it gets some Republican support.
Yeah.
I hope there are some conservatives that are voting on this that you can go 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 of them went, okay, we can live with that.
Yeah, works for me.
You're swapping out a liberal justice for another liberal justice.
Yeah. It's not like
we
it's
can
a
live with that.
surprise what's coming.
Yeah. No.
There's a reason. This was the play.
I bet Merrick Garland was just sitting there going, fuck you people.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wanted his moment in the sun. But yeah, I hate all the quotes from people like, it must be a black woman. And it's like, God, I would feel like shit. Honestly, if I was the black woman or group of black women that have risen, that have gone through this process, these are some of the most highly educated, competent people on planet Earth, for the most part, you think anyways.
Yep.
They've gone through nomination processes and federal jurisdiction. Like they're no bullshit.
Yeah.
I would feel offended if I
would
was
too.
one of them going, wait a minute, there's more to me than just being having black skin, right?
Yeah.
you know that?
Yeah, you're not the best
black
candidate
skin?
out of everybody. You're the best candidate out of the 20%, 10, 15% or whatever that they've limited that search down to.
Yeah, yeah.
So you could be the 90th percentile shittiest judge out there.
Yeah. And that's just the reality of it.
Yeah, it is.
And it might not be fair. You might be top of everybody on the list.
Absolutely right.
You absolutely could be more qualified than the greatest Asian judge or white judge or Mexican judge, but we'll never know.
But we won't, because
We'll
that
never
decision
know.
was pre-made.
Yeah. They took probably 90% of the candidates and said, not this time,
Yeah,
fellas.
sorry, not your
Not
time.
this time. So maybe she's competent. Maybe she's really mediocre.
Maybe she
We'll
just
never
checks
know.
boxes.
Yeah, and
We'll
everybody
see.
celebrating that today, that's what you're celebrating.
Yeah.
And so,
And I'm
I-
sure
I
it's
wish
going
her
to be
success. I really do.
I'm sure it's going to lean far more liberal than
yeah.
and not based on it being a black female, just based on what they're going to try and get imposed there.
Yeah, well, they've got a problem with numbers.
Yeah.
They've
Well,
got a numbers problem on the
yeah.
bench right now, so it doesn't really matter.
No,
But,
exactly.
you're
They're still
you're
screwed. You
trying
gotta
to stock the
stacking.
pond.
Yeah, you got to
Get some young voice in there,
Yeah,
younger
exactly. Yeah,
voice,
right. I know they're gonna put like a 20-year-old in there.
right? We're gonna need an
For
18-year-old.
life.
I learned from Jay that you don't actually have to be a lawyer to be on the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Oh,
crazy?
is it really?
Like I could be nominated to the Supreme Court.
nominate you.
Technically,
You're a black woman, I'll nominate
and who
you.
knows? I might do a great job. I guarantee I got bigger tits than she does.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
Wow. I don't know.
Maybe.
I've seen some jokes.
But yeah, you don't. And it's, who knows? I feel like I could look at a case
Mm-hmm.
just with my worldview and be like, I know how this should go. I don't need a law degree. I could decide, like the gay bakery
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
I could decide that case for you.
Like I
I
said.
could help you out with that.
Yeah, I got a PhD in common sense. That's all I need. That's good enough for me.
Boom.
I don't need a piece of paper.
Yeah, I've got my master's in common sense.
Yeah.
That's it.
Boom.
You, sir, sound like an asshole. And that is my final written word. You lose in my book. And then they can nerd out. The rest
Yeah.
of them can nerd
Yeah.
out.
But Alabama versus Wade, 1972. I don't give a fuck about Wade or Alabama. Fuck Nick Saban. I said you sound like an asshole. Dismissed.
Dismiss. I said good day, sir. I don't know shit about fuck.
Yeah.
How about that? How about that?
I think we'd be much better off if that were the case.
Wouldn't it be great if you just had one real guy on that who's just kicked back with a hoodie on, just going, bullshit. Bullshit. I call a bullshit on you, sir. You guys can nerd out on this shit all you want, but I'm telling each and every one of you, that dude is full of shit.
I already made up my mind. You let me know when you're going to vote. I'm voting no.
Count me in for a no. Peace. I'm out.
I'm going to get a beer.
Yeah.
Let me know when you guys are done fucking around.
Go through all your fucking.
Here's my slip.
Yeah.
Here,
I
put
said
that in the box when you're ready.
no! Exclamation point. Check this box. That's it. I'm out.
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be great. Just to have one of those clowns on there. It'd be great.
Like the
How
idiocracy
fun would that
court.
be to watch? Yeah. it'd be-
The judge
yeah.
would be like, guilty. Peace.
Peace. Good day, all.
Okay.
Moving on, and I think it's fair to say, Troy, we both wish whoever this woman is, this black female that's nominated to the Supreme Court, we wish her all the best.
Absolutely.
honestly.
Yeah. I hold the Supreme Court in very high regard. I really
have
do.
too, until Sonia Sotomayor a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I really did too.
Yeah, that was-
that was disappointing. It was really, really sad.
As I said, it's never, I don't know the full annals of history, but I just don't ever remember it being such a political football like this.
Yeah.
That it's just a pawn in the game in a way. I mean, there's always been sides to it,
Yeah.
but just not like this.
No,
you know,
no,
you
it
got
all
what you
feels
got.
wrong.
It was what it was, but the whole it's intentionally throwing off the checks and balances.
Yeah.
That's the game now.
It makes it seem like the whole establishment of this country is like fraudulent in a way. Like, what the fuck are we standing on here?
Hot take.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's honestly how
I
I
know.
feel, though. Like,
I know.
oh, when you can have half the people sit on their hands and half the people stand and applaud, that's not how it's supposed to look. It's just not. And maybe we're just not meant to be looking this closely at them all the time. Maybe it's been a shit show forever.
Possibly.
But we're all just like, yeah, the silver-haired old white guys, they got it. Whatever. Let them do whatever. I don't know.
The old 24-hour news cycle changed everything.
Yeah, well, and they're trying to get legacy media back in the game. This push to go after Rogan is getting hotter and more intensified.
Yeah.
And it's sad, dude. It's really sad to see these people guns a-blazing. You know, who was Neil Young comes out.
Yeah.
This letter from, quote unquote, 270 doctors,
Medical
and experts,
professionals,
medical experts, science experts, whatever that means. You know, they're not getting much support from the country.
Yeah.
And so they keep ramping it up more. And it's like, I think it's just going to flat backfire on these people. But
well, it's the squeaky wheel gets the grease, like we say. But it's not Rogan. You know, Rogan's not putting his thoughts and opinions. I mean, to a certain degree, but
Sure.
but he's not the one that's promoting this stuff. It's the people that are on the show.
yeah,
That and
it's all the platform.
right, but they're not. Nobody's attacking them. I mean, a couple like Malone and shit are catching feedback, but
Yeah.
but it's easy just to go after Rogan. Like he's the one that's actually doing all this
Yeah.
stuff instead of just creating an open forum to have this dialogue,
Right.
which is one of the healthiest things I've seen in a long time.
Healthy debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to have a healthy debate and
Think about it in terms of our lives. Just like not me and you, but in general, the general public. You got a beef with someone, right? It might have started in 3rd grade. You got into a pissing match in a kickball game with someone, and he became your mortal enemy.
Yeah.
Through 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, you stink eye at each other, you talk shit behind each other's back, and then one day in 10th grade, you two actually talk and find out, what the fuck have we been doing?
Yeah.
And you can become great friends with someone. You have a friend you get in a drunken argument with, and then you eventually fucking sit down like adults and you go, dude, you know what? I've reflected on this. You were right. My point, you were right. I was right. You were wrong. I was wrong. Let's fucking move past this. Let's be bigger. Hug it out. Whatever. The point is that debate and dialogue has never made things worse.
true.
You might agree to disagree and go, you know what, dude, I can't do this right now. I need more space. I'm backing out. You know, that's okay too. You can agree to disagree with someone and walk the fuck away if you don't want to hang out with them. But that debate, which is all Rogan is doing essentially, which is all morning shows have done forever, interview shows have done forever, is had that open dialogue and debate. That's it.
Yeah.
And to want to shut that down, I mean, the United States Surgeon General, Vivek Murthy, said yesterday on MSNBC that not only the government but big tech companies should play a role when it comes to censoring misinformation and curating accurate information to the public. Sir, who's making the decision on what's accurate and what's not? You act like there's some God hovering above the country that has all the answers to all the questions and knows what the right answer is. And when we get stuck on something, we just throw it up to this invisible being in the sky and it goes, Joe Rogan is spilling misinformation.
Yeah.
And but that doesn't exist.
The misinformation that keeps being proven is coming from their side.
Yeah.
Time after time after time. It
I'm
keeps
trying to
coming
think
from
if
there.
it's ever not come from the left. It's part of this pandemic, and I'm not shitting on anybody.
No.
I understand how scared people were.
Yeah.
I dealt with it in my own family and friends, my own personal health. Like, I got it. I get it. But when the walls started to crumble, when it became obvious there's some shenanigans, you know, something's afoot at the Circle K.
Yeah.
When that started to happen, people like locked into place. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't even remember where I was going with that.
No.
But you know, this guy coming out is the Surgeon General. He was asked by Mika Brzezinski, who's the bitch on the MSNBC morning show,
Okay.
with her husband.
Awesome.
He's a piece of shit himself. They used to be Republicans. They used to be best friends with Donald Trump, and now they hate him. Of course. Orange Cheeto man bad. So she was asking him, what do you think are the best ways to push back on misinformation about COVID that continues to be aggressively pushed, whether it be Rogan's podcast or all over Facebook? We can have the best science available. We can have the best public health expertise available. It won't help people if they don't have access to accurate information. People have the right to make their own decisions. No, they don't.
Clearly.
But they also have the right to have accurate information to make the decision with. Big tech has an important role to play since they are the predominant places where we're seeing misinformation spread. I love what The Blaze said. The Joe Rogan Experience reaches an average of 11 million people per episode. CNN primetime averages less than 1 million. The regime and its acolytes in the media call for Rogan's censorship because they are losing to him. They resent the fact that the guy who hosted Fear Factor is thought of as a more reliable news source than their legacy networks.
Yep.
And then The View, I've got video.
I love that show.
What?
The View.
The View.
Yeah.
It's just.
I just can't understand normal thinking.
Yeah, the hens just get around the round table and they're going to inform us all.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. You got Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar,
Yeah, who else is there now? 'Cause
Sonny Hostin,
I don't know who that-
Sarah Haynes,
Okay.
I believe is there now, who was on ABC's morning show.
All right.
They're trying to find a Republican, but they can't.
Who wants to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, you try and find a little balance, but
Yeah.
who the fuck wants to go sit there with that?
Well, there are people that will because it's a massive paycheck.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars.
Right.
So there are people that will do it. There's a few problems. They have a set of guidelines as they're looking currently. Producers are looking for a conservative take person to be on there. They cannot support Trump in any way or anyone that supports Trump.
Of course.
Okay, so that conservative
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
They can't pass COVID misinformation or something like that.
Okay.
So basically, you have to fall in lockstep with the cackling hens on The View, or they're not interested.
But you can be conservative.
But you can be conservative.
as long as you agree with these.
Just
twats.
shut the fuck up about any conservative points you might have. The other
Just so they
problem
can say
ran
we have a
into,
conservative on the panel, and look, she agrees with us.
yeah, they wanted someone from Fox News, who's a young up and coming girl. I can't remember her name, and she ended up turning it down. Two Fox News girls ended up turning it down. One that's on Gutfeld's show, and one that's a paid correspondent. And
Love
both
to see
young,
it.
both
Go-
in their early
Go on
30s.
there and just shred these twats. Just crush them.
The problem is they're not vaccinated.
Oh, yeah.
Both had COVID, I think. One of them definitely had COVID. She's 33, young, in good shape. She's like, I've got natural immunity. I don't need to be vaccinated. It's a deal breaker. And she's like, no, I'm not going to be forced to take a fucking shot to go into your studio.
Absolutely not.
So they're out. So the search continues.
Okay. Well,
I say, why bother? You know, every Republican woman that's been on that set has had a horrible experience. And when they leave there, they all talk about how they were treated, and it's not good.
Yeah.
So why bother? The paycheck.
clearly, you can't get COVID if you're vaxxed, triple vaxxed.
Right.
Ask Whoopi. She knows.
Oh, yeah, Whoopi knows. So she says this, and it jumped out at me right. So apparently, Joe Rogan has the most popular podcast on Spotify, and she's just reading off the teleprompter.
It's a pretty good Behar, by the way.
Yeah.
Your impression's spot on.
Spot on.
Really nice.
Actually, that's Whoopi.
What?
I think
Oh,
Whoopi
well, you
was
said it in Behar's voice.
Maybe that
Yeah.
that could be. Whoopi's got the kind of drawn out. Rogan has apparently the most popular podcast. Like, and he's repeatedly spread COVID misinformation and invited guests on to do the same. So that must be true because Whoopi just said it,
Clearly.
right?
Yeah.
Rock legend Neil Young. You always know when it's not their words, as if Whoopi Goldberg would ever go, rock legend Neil Young. She's not speaking prepared words on a teleprompter.
No.
Has said he's pulling his music off Spotify because he doesn't want to be on the same platform as Joe Rogan. But Howard Stern, who says he's no fan of Rogan's views, is defending his right to say them. Spotify hasn't weighed in yet, but I guess the question really is who? Who is spearheading this? Should it be Spotify? And Joy Behar says no, we have a First Amendment here. Should not be Spotify. And I was like, okay, good for you, Joy.
Okay.
She ends, and then Sonny Hostin, who was a former federal prosecutor, for fuck's sakes. She knows the law.
You would hope.
Yeah. She had this thing. Go ahead. We can play the video here and
All right. Let's
take
see.
as much cackling as we can, T.
Okay. Let's see here. Why is that not doing that?
What happened?
I don't know. Yeah, but it's not showing up like over.
That would be legitimate.
But it's not on the screen. Like it's not showing.
Well, people can hear it.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. You don't have to look at her. But
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not coming up. So.
Just play it.
It's not a cancel culture, it's a consequence culture. And the way we
Same
handle
shit.
is we don't buy Spotify. We ignore Spotify.
But don't you want good corporate citizens, Joy? I mean, you have, people always came down on Facebook and they came down on Twitter and they said they're disseminating all this dangerous information. Don't they have some accountability for it? It is their platform. It is their business. And I want a good corporate citizen. I want a citizen that has a policy. I mean, I'm not saying that Joe Rogan should be removed from Spotify. He's got 11 million listeners.
then
He's got a
what are you
$100
saying,
million, contract as of 2020. But I do think as the podcast platform, you have to have some sort of guidelines. How about a disclaimer on his podcast that says,
That's fine.
this is misinformation? How about removing some of the
glad
podcasts that
Joy
disseminate
agrees.
And they have.
misinformation?
They have.
And that's
Pause it for a
Listen,
second.
at least according to a lot of people, they would remove Fox.
Did you even hear what that idiot just said?
Mm-hmm.
Let's stick a label declaring this misinformation.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea, listeners, how many topics Troy and I have talked about over the last 3 months, Joe Rogan has talked about over the last year and a half, 2 years, that were declared misinformation and would get us kicked off of many, many, many platforms that a few weeks later turned out to be true and the mainstream narrative now?
Exactly right.
Do you understand?
In that moment.
When you watch these cackling hens, the level of uninformedness, is that a word? Uninformed?
Yeah.
They are so...
Let's just go ignorance.
I don't even know what to make about it. It can't be... the only thing I can come back to is, no, Big Pharma pays their salaries. Like when you have Pfizer and Moderna sponsoring these shows all day, that's the only thing that makes sense, because there's no fucking way these people can walk around in their personal life and think that cloth masks protect you, that they can think getting triple vax prevents you from getting or giving the COVID to anyone.
Yeah.
Like, they can't possibly believe that.
How can they sit there and preach this transparency and truth and not spreading misinformation and do it? I mean, how is there
Yeah.
no repercussions on there? How can they ask for repercussions on the other end when there's no repercussions for them?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
This should be labeled across the board misinformation. Every fucking statement they just made, whether we played the whole 7-minute clip of this little roundtable
Yeah.
hen talk,
And it's the same
every single
over and over.
fucking one of them spewed nothing but bullshit. Long disproven facts.
Yeah.
Long disproven.
Yeah, and they have no...
This is 100% medical misinformation and disinformation.
Sonny's the only one that did any sort of research on this topic at all, because she at least knew the viewers in his contract with Spotify. That's it.
Yeah.
Behar had no... Apparently, I don't know. They're telling me that he has 11. I don't know how.
Yeah, you can tell she's never fucking heard of it.
No fucking clue. So they're just so disconnected. They're in their own little, chicken coop, hen house over there.
I'm really disappointed in Lisa Ling. She's the chick on the
Far
right.
right,
I used to like Lisa Ling.
Ha, far right. Yeah, just kidding.
But she went as far as to say, you give people like they're trying to figure out ways that we can stop Joe Rogan from spreading all this misinformation. What can we possibly do?
Yeah.
You give people a platform to counter what he's spewing or the guests that he's having on. You have to do something to mitigate that.
Okay.
Okay? All those platforms exist. You can go on any one of them you'd like
Yeah, sure.
and title it,
Isn't that what
Joe
you-
Rogan's full of shit, here's why, my podcast.
Isn't that what you're doing right now, or at least
Yeah.
trying to do?
Yeah.
And if you could prove it, go for it.
Listen-
Instead of just being a talking head.
She's talking about how do we stop this, because it's killing people, right?
Isn't it? Is it?
No, it's not. You give people a platform to counter what he's spewing or the guests he's having on. Do you understand, Lisa, that while you're on the set at ABC or CNN, not everybody gets to be on your platform, right? You can't just go, let's invent a new time slot between 7 and 8 called Savate, and we'll just put someone on there to correct all this misinformation. No, but where you can do it is on Spotify. You can do it on YouTube.
Anywhere you like.
Well, Spotify is becoming one of the last places you can actually do it. They'll yank your show for sure from YouTube.
Yeah.
They'll yank your comments from Twitter, Facebook.
Everywhere.
Yeah, they'll yank that shit for sure.
Spotify's the last frontier these days.
One of them.
Besides being independent.
Unless you want to go Rumble, and then it's just automatically tagged as
Exactly.
alt-right as fuck. You know, like
And
it just...
Spotify will probably get there because when they they'll start having to just start attacking Spotify. They tried to do Rogan, and that's not going to work, and then they're going to start doing Spotify, and they're going to get pressure that way.
Yeah.
They're going to start pulling sponsors, and they're going to make it financial, and hopefully Spotify's got enough nut in the bag to say, go fuck yourself. We're not caving.
The problem is you can't cancel Joe Rogan.
No.
And you will only make him stronger and bigger. You will make fringe elements go, what the fuck is this guy saying that has all these chickens fucking going nuts in the hen?
Right.
What is this fox doing in the hen that is driving everybody in the country nuts? And they're going to start tuning in, and they're going to go, oh, wait a minute. I've been lied to for the last year.
Wait, that makes sense.
Holy shit, this makes way more sense than anything else I've heard from Dr. Fauci.
Yeah.
You fucking kidding me? Dr. Fauci's your guy? Really? Take the vaccine. Just the vaccine. Just take the vaccine no matter what. You need the vaccine.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And if you don't,
Great.
you're a risk to civilization
Right.
as we know it. You're public enemy number one.
And these people, these holier than thou shitbags. I mean, I don't know if they're having daily meetings where they're just told what the company line is. I don't know.
I think it's just so ingrained. They don't even have to have the meetings anymore.
There used to be something called shame, and when you would do on a public platform, whether it was radio or TV or whatever, and you spewed nonsense, and then if you had the fucking cojones to try to stand up and with your stance that's wrong,
Yeah.
the public saw it and they went, "Oh, fuck you." They just blew you out. They didn't. So this idea that we can't see eye to eye on the most basic things. I promise you, though, Troy. I promise you, these bitches are on the wrong side of history.
Yeah.
They can say it all they want about Rogan. Rogan
Time
is
will
not
tell.
on the wrong side of history.
Time will tell.
He's not. Howard Stern is. He just is. These bitches, all 5 of them, are on the wrong side of history. Tired of bitching about it, but
Yeah, well, I am too, but
it doesn't stop. And
It doesn't.
and here's the other thing.
it's just not. It's not. There's no balance to it, man.
No.
Like you can't. Again, it's the same thing over and over. But to just say it's disinformation, misinformation, it's spreading lies. Okay, then it should be so easily refuted. You should be just. It should be so simple. You should be able to prove it instead of just saying it. It's just empty words.
Yeah. The problem, too, is Joe Rogan is too big to be canceled
Yeah.
at this
Oh yeah.
point.
Oh yeah. Big time.
But we're not.
Oh, true.
We're not.
No.
And, I've heard about that. There are some shows that go harder on some narratives, maybe do tell people not to take a vaccine and they get yanked. We've never done that.
No, not at all.
Never once. But we toe a line, too, and it's much easier to fuck with our show than it is Joe Rogan's.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Joe Rogan has global support, and that's the reality. You can't just take down, Steven Crowder.
No.
You just can't.
No, there's
can't
just too much. Yeah,
cancel.
the wheel's already in motion.
But you can
you
fuck
can take
with
them off
this.
Spotify, but there's a million platforms out there that the product's still going to be available.
And Joe could launch his own
And
platform.
Spotify's just going to
dominate
lose
whole world.
lose the revenue on it. So why?
Yeah,
It's
they're not
like
going
it's going to
to.
go away. No,
Not going to.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
What are they making off Neil Young?
Yeah.
Right? That's easy pickings.
Yeah. That one, it seems like a cheap shot. I'm just so disappointed in Willie Nelson and Neil Young, who were so against the government their whole fucking life. And now, really, you're going to fucking walk in lockstep with Pfizer and the government? What happened?
I don't get it.
I've never
don't know how we
trusted the
got
government. Neither did you. What are you doing? How did we get here? Maybe it's just age. Maybe when you get 75. Yeah. If you're not a liberal when you're young, you don't have a heart. If you're not fucking conservative when you're older, you don't have a brain.
Yeah.
You know that famous saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, maybe that's it, that they're just getting,
Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. So as far as that other video, I'm not sure if it plays. It's just whatever's there is not coming through here. So
Hit escape.
what
Hit escape.
on this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wherever the video is.
Uh-huh.
There
But
you go.
I'm saying it's not coming through here on the VMAX. So I don't have.
Trav,
I know.
what did you do, Trav?
I already reached out to him once. We had a big old error thing come up.
Uh-oh. Are we still on?
Fuck, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We're still recording the stick, right?
Oh shit.
Just stop it. As long as we're recording the stick, I don't really care.
Yeah, that's fine.
We can play the audio of this,
fix it in
and
post.
I can narrate it.
Okay.
And this story kind of pisses me off in one way.
All right.
Michael Rappaport, you're familiar, right?
I am. Yep.
Michael Rappaport seems like a T-Roy kind of guy.
Really? I think he's a douchebag.
Yeah, back in the day.
Oh.
But remember the good old days back in 2015?
Oh. I've never been a Rapport fan, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
He's kind of a hood guy. He's the guy that would play hoops with the fucking brothers in the hood in
but
New
I just
York.
thought he was a douche.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
there's-
But he's kind of the vanilla gorilla of,
Okay.
in a way.
So you calling me a douche?
No,
Okay.
I didn't think of him as a douche. I liked him on Friends when he was a cop.
Oh. I don't know. I just thought it was. Nah, anyways, I've just never been a fan.
So anyway, we've had all this ongoing crime in these major cities: New York, San Francisco, L.A., Chicago.
Yeah. Insert city name here.
Yeah, certain liberal city here.
Ooh. Hey, ooh.
I don't want to get partisan.
Okay.
You voted them in.
Yeah.
You voted these people in. Good luck. It's not affecting me in my Rite Aid.
No.
That's what I know.
That's true. Mine's still open. Still got all the windows and everything.
Yep. Michael Rappaport filmed the moment a thief sauntered out of a Rite Aid on the Upper East Side of New York with 2 shopping bags full of stolen goods. This is how...
You bringing your own bags now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just walked in, loaded up what he want, calmly walked by, and was just like, hello, to the security guard. Fuck off.
Okay.
And Michael Rappaport, go ahead and play it. He's like, what the fuck?
All right. Yeah. Again, I don't know why we don't have any video here. I apologize.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm looking at this shit. This dude, this motherfucker. Yo, this dude is. I can't believe I'm seeing this shit. This motherfucker. Yo, this fucking guy just filled his 2 bags up with everything in Rite Aid right here on 80th and 1st Avenue. He's walking down the street like shit is Gucci. Look at me in my face like what's good. I was watching him the whole time. My man just went Christmas shopping in January. He had the condoms, the shampoo. Yo,
Basic
I'm looking
essentials.
at this.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean that.
I'm a little pissed about this because this has been going on for months and months. And I know Fox News doesn't count. But Fox News has been playing these videos for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
And it takes Michael Rappaport
to finally get
Before
some
you
sort of
go-
attention to it.
before it goes viral, before it's a story.
Really?
When
Yeah.
the rest of us were going, yeah, no kidding.
Well, he's on that team.
Yeah, he's a lefty
Yeah.
douche, right?
Yeah. So,
So-
when you can't ignore it when it starts coming from your own team.
Yeah.
The call's coming from inside the house.
It's still the best, right? He posted that to his Instagram, and then he talked to the Daily Mail, and he said he was disgusted and surprised when he saw the thief stocking up on items from 3 different sections of the pharmacy before deciding he was satisfied.
Surprised.
Surprised, really surprised. It's like Whoopi
Did-
Goldberg.
Didn't know this was coming. Like
Whoopi was shocked when she found out she got COVID. How is this possible? She was triple vaxxed and never left her house.
Yeah, it's insane.
Isn't that scary, Whoopi, that Troy and I were in no way shocked and you were? That should be bad.
No.
Michael Rappaport is shocked by this, seeing this, disgusted and shocked, surprised. These criminals know there are no ramifications. We have to put more of these motherfuckers in jail. The Rite Aid in the video is hit with thefts of the same nature almost on a daily basis, the security guard told Rappaport. By the way, that store is closing its doors February 15th.
I was going to say, yeah. We'll see what happens when they start losing all the stores and everything closes, and then now the people like Michael Rappaport can't go get their condoms and their shampoo.
Yeah.
So
They're closing this location on February 15th, and 63 other locations will close in the coming months.
oh, maybe they were just having like a clearance sale,
Yeah. Yeah.
liquidation sale.
Buy none, get all free. It's a great sale they're having.
Saving them the hassle of having to pack that stuff up.
Yeah, you don't even have to bring a cashier on board.
No.
You know what I mean? You don't
Yeah.
have to waste the ticker tape that comes out to give you
What
the
are
receipt.
what are we paying the security guard for? Really? Think
Yeah.
about, what are we paying the security guard for?
Yeah, that's a great
You
question.
want to save a little money? Let's just stop paying the guy to stand there and watch people rip you off.
Her job is to observe and report. Don't we have cameras for that? Talk about automated gigs.
Yeah.
Put a fucking $20 camera in the corner. Let that thing observe and report and record 24 hours a day. You don't need this dude sitting here going with a wink and a nod to the shoplifters.
Yep.
Hey, let me get the door for you, sir.
Wearing his mask.
He's wearing his mask. Yeah, you see all these videos on Instagram of people shoplifting like they're going for a walk in the park. It's pathetic that this is happening in the greatest city in the world. Was, keyword. Was. Yeah, so he says he initially thought the thief was an employee because he was just so deliberate and casual. He put the blame on former Mayor Bill de Blasio, talking about police cutting budgets and bail reform. He said, I think Eric Adams, the new incoming mayor that just got there, knows what's going on. He knows how to deal with crime, and I'm just hoping he lives up to our expectations.
Yeah, he's next cop, right? Adams?
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully he's got a little different take on crime in the city.
Would have been nice to see him come in day one and set a tone
Yeah.
and go, these mask mandates this dipshit just put in place a week ago are done.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. That would have set a tone like there's a new fucking boss in town and we're actually paying attention to the
Well,
science.
once his, he's interim.
Who?
Adams, or was that an election?
Yeah, it was an election.
That was the okay.
Yeah. The actor says he relies on that Rite Aid, where he buys his mood stabilizers.
Okay. Well, I thought that'd be a dispensary, but okay.
Yeah, you would think it'd be better and safer just to say my shampoo and
Yeah.
condoms, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then
happy pills.
he and many others in the community are now losing their neighborhood pharmacy, and its workers are losing their jobs because of this rampant shoplifting. These people are going to be out of a job because of guys like this scumbum.
Scumbum? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he sucks. Rappaport's a fool. I can appreciate him calling this shit out, but
Yeah.
he's been on the wrong side of a lot of shit.
Yeah. Their policy, by the way, at Rite Aid, their security policy. Okay. Security is the wrong word,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Overseer?
Wall art?
Greeter?
Greeter would be good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, he's
Mannequin.
He's as effective. The old man at Walmart's probably more effective if somebody's running out the door than that guy.
Well, he's friendlier than that guy. Those guys at Meyer,
He seemed really nice.
yeah.
He
The guys at Meyer are
smiled,
like,
waved at
how
the
are you
camera."
doing? You having a good day, sir? I was like, yeah, I'm doing great. So wall art, greeter is good.
Yeah.
Human mannequin,
Yeah.
live mannequin.
Sure. Yep.
Can we do live mannequin? I think it's a
Surprised
little.
you didn't open the door for the guy.
Yeah, step on the little thing. I think it's a little frightening to have him, honestly, with security on that jacket
Yeah.
and a badge.
Yeah, it's a little disingenuous, I think. It's not
Well, don't you think that would scare some people that are afraid of the police?
clearly not.
I mean, if you've got a, well,
Clearly
it
not.
could.
They know that means nothing.
Yeah.
So did they
They have changed. So anyway, it says
but
the
they have
policy is-
they not legalized, but decriminalized it in like Frisco,
Yeah.
right? As far as the petty crimes and
Yeah.
shoplifting and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
But they didn't do that in New York, technically, did they?
They're not prosecuting any of those.
I mean, they're
crimes.
not actively doing it.
I don't
but
know if
didn't
they actually have
like it's on the
set policies.
books in
They
San
might have.
Francisco, I think, but I don't know if they did in New York or not.
Yeah, for $950.
Yeah, whatever that number is but they're just not actively bothering.
So it's unclear what Rite Aid's security policy is. Nah, it's pretty clear. Honestly, if I
Yes,
Like-
pretty, an open door policy.
yeah, it's and like maybe not crystal clear, but pretty close to.
You think
crystal
we'd get
clear.
fucked with if you and I just went in there, loaded up some shit, and started walking out of there? You think anybody'd say anything to us, or you think it? It
You
might
think
make
we don't
a
have enough
difference?
melanin in our skin? Is
I'm
that
just
what you're
curious. I'm just curious if there's a free pass card going around a little bit on what you get to do. Maybe not. I'm just it's
saying? No, this is a great question, Troy.
yeah, curious.
It's a great question because
You know, when I go in there and I grab my box of Magnums XLs and
Yeah.
some
here's the thing.
head and shoulders,
Here's what I'd
walk
say.
out the door.
If that black security guard sees me
Mm-hmm.
loading up a cart and tackles me and plants me in the store,
Yeah,
he will be the hero of all social media around the world. I will be the white supremacist, racist Nazi who tried to steal from the black community or something, wherever this is. I don't even know. He would be a hero for that. So there's no repercussion to him for going, oh, excuse me, sir, we'd rather you paid for that. Like, he could literally shoot me.
Yeah.
He could shoot me in that store, and I could fall into the streets of New York, and it'd be like that he would be awarded. He'd probably be a hero in the community, awarded a medal of some sort. They'd have a parade, maybe not ticker tape, but some sort of small
Be a mural.
Yeah.
It'd be painted on the side of a
Big
building
fat
somewhere.
statue of him in front of the place with me supine on the ground, dead,
Half a face.
half a face. He shot this criminal shoplifter.
Yeah, boy.
So yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. My guess is he could pull his club out and beat the dog shit out of either one of us. With
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah. And technically he could there, too, I would assume. But let's get into what is their policy?
Their policy, they don't know about Rite Aid, but Walmart have insurance that covers stolen products to a limit, and then they just close their fucking doors.
I wonder if that's a scam. If they put some sort of that claim on, like, hey, we're not going to bother with this under $950. So
Yeah.
every condom and shampoo bag that walks out the door is $949.99, and they just write a claim
Insurance
for it,
for it, yeah.
and just are making money on this deal somehow.
Maybe. Wouldn't surprise me. So they discourage their security guards from trying to engage with the thieves and risking injuring themselves or others. Similar theft at Rite Aid in New York went viral on TikTok in October after a woman named India, who was a security guard at the store, posted footage of thefts stealing a bunch of Halloween candy. People asked why she isn't stopping the thieves, and she's the one, because it's illegal to touch, grab, or use any physical force to stop them. My job is to observe and report. Overall crime has gone up nearly 39% compared to last year. Meanwhile, the latest episode of New York crime, a gunman opened fire in a Bronx hospital. Sounds like a couple guys were in the waiting room of a Bronx hospital, and one kind of gave the other the stink eye. Pulled out his gun and shot him 4 times.
Time to go.
Yeah, and then ran away. They have no idea who he is. Probably will never get him. Children in the room. The little
Yeah.
girl sitting right next to the guy that was shot.
Luckily, he was a good shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fortunate for the little girl.
Yeah. That had to witness that?
Yeah, well, she didn't
Stick
take
with
it,
her?
take it in the face.
Yeah.
Maybe he'd be better off. Who knows?
Yeah. Did you see David Ortiz voted in the Hall of Fame?
I did. Big puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good vote.
Yeah. He deserved it.
Yeah. He needs to get 75% of the vote, right, from the Writers Association. He got 77.9.
Okay.
Still want to know who those, 80% or 20% are that go, no, David Ortiz isn't worthy. Like, really?
Yankee fans or some purist.
Ugh.
But
Yeah, there was a little mentioning his name with roids at one point.
Yeah. Some people do it just to make their stand.
Yeah, the famous guy that voted against, what's his name?
A-Rod?
Yankee shortstop.
Oh, the Jeter, I mean?
Jeter, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, really, dude? Really? The results did not go well for A-Rod. He finished with 34% of the vote. They also ended the chances of 3 figures, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, and Curt Schilling, all failed to get in on their 10th and final years on the ballot.
Really?
Bonds got 66%, Clemens 65%. On Twitter, Clemens wrote, he and his family put the Hall of Fame in the rearview mirror 10 years ago. I didn't play baseball to get in the Hall of Fame. He also said he played the right way. Yeah.
A-Rod didn't get in?
Yeah. Steroids. He's tied to,
Yeah, I know.
what's that, San Francisco based.
Yeah.
That he's never getting it. He's an asshole anyways.
Yeah.
Schilling bothers me.
Yeah.
Schilling bothers me, not because I don't think Schilling ever had any people that thought he was taking roids.
Yeah.
They just don't like his conservative views,
That's true.
his backing of Trump. Like, and they openly admit it. Schilling's legacy has been impacted by hateful comments he's made about trans people. And they don't say what those hateful comments are. It could just be like, yeah, I think that woman is still a fucking guy. That counts as hateful comments.
Yeah, it does.
Big time.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't have to be that he was on the street pointing out trans people and fucking tearing them down.
Loving them down.
Yeah, no. This is not what that means at all. Muslims and blacks, too. I don't know what he said about them. And he likely lost some support. He may have already had last January when he supported rioters who stormed the Capitol. Now, they don't say what his support was. I don't know what his support was, but I don't trust you.
No.
You know?
Yeah,
I haven't heard many people. I haven't heard a single conservative who said what happened on January 6th was a good thing. Not one.
No.
Maybe you can find fringe people somewhere who said it.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are. I don't listen to them.
The Oath Keepers might think it's think it's good day.
Okie dokie. Good for them.
Yeah. I'm glad that dude pleaded not guilty for sedition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Oath Keeper. Which
Yeah.
guy? Which one? Ray.
Yeah,
Ray Epps?
the leader guy, whatever.
Oh, you're
I
talking about a
forget.
different one.
Yeah. The one
Yeah.
I thought there's only one that got charged with the sedition. I thought we had this conversation. But there's
Yeah.
only one that got charged with sedition.
Yeah.
Sedition?
Sedition. Then after that story came out, they tried to charge like 11 more people
Oh.
really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So grouped a bunch of them, and so who knows what the reality is? I'm sure I'll get an email from Ed Grable explaining
Clarifying exactly.
anybody who thinks, even likes the color red is, guilty of sedition and
Yeah.
insurrection and should probably be in jail for 50, 60, 70, 80 years.
Charges should be imminent.
Yeah, and he'll have all the facts too. He'll send me a book of everything to prove that this country was under major attack
Yeah.
by a whole mob of people without a single gun. Woo! They were going to storm the Capitol. They were back up and running 3 hours later.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. It was horrible, but
Worst coup in history.
worst coup in the history of humankind.
Yeah.
I hope they run on it, though. I really do. Come
Yeah.
November.
I mean, they're
That's gonna be a good
running
one.
out of shit to do.
That's going to be a good one.
I did see that I say Omicron is 99% of the cases
Nice.
in this country right now.
Cool.
Yeah, everybody should be grateful for that.
Yeah, we should have monoclonal antibodies going like crazy. We should have those
Oh,
pills
don't-
going. We should have rapid testing available
No,
everywhere.
they just shut down the monoclonals.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, these don't work.
Yeah, we're sure it is. We just know. It's been a week. Well, I guess you'll have to go back to getting the jab. That's all we got. What are you going to do? Nice job, Biden. You're killing it, bro.
Amazing.
You're killing it. Schilling, by the way, wrote a letter to the Hall requesting his name be removed from this year's ballot because he didn't want to be associated with Bonds and Clemens.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Bonds should be
But-
in the Hall of Fame. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. So should Clemens. All these guys. You want to do your asterisk plaque, whatever.
Yep.
This is your game. This is your legacy. There's no denying it.
Nope.
These guys saved your game.
Hey, that's the truth.
McGuire and Sosa, after coming off that year where they didn't play baseball,
The strike.
the strike year, baseball was fucking dead in the water.
Yeah.
Dead. And Bonds and McGuire came in and had the most electric season home run chase in history.
You can't
salvage that sport.
You'll never convince me that MLB didn't support that.
Oh,
I mean, of
course they did.
I mean, I'm surprised they weren't given the shots themselves.
yeah.
You know,
Yep.
turning a blind eye, but they
Turning a
knew-
blind eye in the worst way possible. They
Yeah,
absolutely,
they absolutely knew what was going on.
the government getting involved. As if players weren't taking greenies in the 60s and like
Right.
people have been trying to get a fucking edge in baseball, in every sport, really,
Yeah.
forever. The idea that Bonds wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer 5 years into his
Yeah.
career, it's ridiculous.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of people who are on the outs, maybe he won't even get into the Hall of Fame. Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah. Well,
He did his weekly appearance on
McAfee.
Pat McAfee. Do you like Pat McAfee?
I do.
Yeah.
I didn't. I mean, jury was kind of out on him, and then some of the things I thought he was kind of fucking douchey.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then I've seen a little bit more, and now I'm kind of coming around a little bit. Like he,
Isn't
comes
he the
off-
drunken kicker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Luke, liquored up kicker. That's what.
Was it? I
Yeah.
thought didn't Peyton call him some drunken
Yeah,
kicker?
he nicknamed him Luke, liquired up kicker.
Oh,
LUK.
really?
Yeah, Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, some liquored up kicker.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Hilarious. They had the balls to take someone like that on. Peyton Manning didn't want it enough. You're like, dude. I was watching a clip of Larry David the other day. His name was trending. I was like, well, who's Larry trashing today?
What'd we do?
And it was an interview he was given, and they were like, he was on with, was it Dan Patrick, maybe? And he was like, all right, you're the commissioner of football. What would you do? He's like, well, this might not be a popular opinion, but I don't care. It's the first thing I do. I would eliminate the goalpost. He's like, why? He's like, why do we have these little fucking nothings out there? Like, these guys are like the most premier athletes on planet Earth. They play their asses off all game, and then it comes down to this little twink coming out and kicking through yellow. Like, why are we doing this? I would eliminate goalposts. And I was like, that's not a terrible idea.
It's not.
Could you imagine if you took kicking right out of football?
Yeah.
Keep the punter.
Yeah, I can see it.
You know what I mean? Just be like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. And just chop those posts down. Be like, it's going to be man on man. We're going to find out who won this game. You're not going to do it on the boot of 5
Touchdowns or
field goals.
nothing.
You're not winning
That's it.
15-14 with 2 touchdowns and 5 field goals.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. But Aaron Rodgers was on, and he was saying,
I think the early exit, it seals his, I think he still gets the MVP. I think definitely.
have
I
they
think it definitely
voted already
hurts.
or not?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know when their
think so.
vote is.
I think it's in the bye week, but after the.
See, I would think it would. That's a regular season award, I think, and so you'd want to have it not because you'd get so biased if a quarterback gets hot as shit for a playoff run and takes his team to the Super Bowl. How is he not the most valuable?
Right.
If Garoppolo lights it up the next 2 weeks and wins the Super Bowl, you could argue he's the most valuable person.
Yeah.
Like whoever wins.
Well,
So
it is a regular season award. You're right. But
you would think that would be like already voted on, and he would win that. He would. Brady went out early too.
Yeah.
You could make an argument for Stafford all over again. All of
Yeah,
a sudden,
interesting.
Mahomes, who hasn't lost in 10 weeks or whatever it's been.
started out slow and they got hot as shit.
Yeah.
They're scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'm just curious. Like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
it seemed a few weeks ago that he was just an absolute shoo-in, like there was a no question. And now it's like, maybe it's not so guaranteed.
yeah.
Maybe it's not such a sure thing.
Well, when you look at his record, playoffs and regular season, it's stark.
Oh, yeah, night and day.
You know, the guy's been in the league a lot of years, 17 years.
Yeah.
And he's won one.
Yeah.
And the list of people that have won one is long. And it's,
Dilfer, it's 1-1.
yeah, it's not pretty.
Yeah.
It's not a pretty list when you look at it, you know?
No. And you'd think somebody of that caliber
Mm-hmm.
would be able to get a Ben 1-2.
Yeah.
You know?
Eli won 2. Flacco won 2.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe he's not that good.
Yeah.
You'll find out next year when he's your guy.
So I wouldn't normally even do this story, but I felt this.
Okay.
And I'm not even a fan of his, but he says due to him being outspoken on his decision to abstain from taking the COVID vaccine and also misrepresenting his vaccine status in August, there were many who reveled in the loss.
Oh, yeah.
All you had to do was log onto Twitter following the game for evidence of that.
He got crushed.
Crushed. There were a ton of people tuning in, rooting against us for one reason and one reason only. It's because of my vax status, and them wanting to see us lose so they could pile on and enjoy and revel in the fact that my vax status was some sort of reason why we hadn't had success in the playoffs.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But you marched down the field, scored on your opening drive, and then put up 3 fucking points for the rest of the game.
Thank God.
Yeah, that was staggering. I mean, how inept
at
that
home.
became. Yeah, in 0-degree temperatures where you got to have an infinite advantage over another team coming in from California. You know,
Yeah.
In those, you're just not conditioned
You know what?
to it,
I've
man.
always hated it, and I heard some people talking today about, you know, you need to. It might have been Chris Carter. I heard talking about it. Was saying, you know, if you're going to have that
And he played
team,
Minnesota when it was outdoors.
he did
Yeah.
for some of it.
Yeah, some of it.
He was saying you have to build your team differently. You don't need the big fucking weapon because when it matters most, you can't use it. Devontae Adams, you never get used to playing in that weather. You just don't.
Yeah.
And so for those critical games, you want a defense that won't let up shit.
Yeah.
Focus on that, and then you need some sort of a run game.
Yeah. Well,
So
the
when-
problem
when
is that you
push
have
comes-
to get to that point. So
Well,
if you
that defense will get you there.
If you build the team a certain way, and
Yeah.
you have to be able to get there to be in those couple of games where it's 0 degrees in Lambeau.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to have the home field advantage to have the playoffs go
Sure.
through Lambeau, things like that.
Yeah.
So
Well, they've had it a few times, and it hasn't worked out all
no,
that well.
clearly not.
We were talking about Snow White, 7 dwarves.
Snow Blanco.
Snow Blanco.
Y siete dwarfos.
Yes.
Sí,
Is that correct?
Señor.
Is that
no,
proper?
fuck, no, it's not correct. I mean, siete is and Blanco is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, Blanco is white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. La Flama Blanco.
Dwarves? Dwarves?
Dwarfos.
Dwarfos. That you're actually saying shit. God
No.
damn it.
I saw. Did you see? I sent you a thing today that
Yeah.
Brad chimed in on that.
Yeah, and you can explain what he was saying if you watched it. I don't know if you did. Did you?
No.
Okay. I did. So.
I sent it to you to watch it for
Yeah,
me.
I watched
I
it.
wanted the Cliff Notes version.
Well, Disney has said it's taking a different approach with Snow White's 7 companions.
We're gonna make them the heroes.
After Pete Dinklage slammed the studio for remaking the backward film that reinforces stereotypes. The company said it has been consulting with members of the
I'm sorry. I thought it was a fairy tale.
Yeah.
So we're clear here.
Yeah. And it
This
goes
isn't a
back
documentary.
to the
Yeah.
Brothers Grimm in the 1800s.
Yeah.
Like, it goes way fucking back. Did you know they didn't even have names in the original version?
No, they were just a bunch of little people running around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got the history of it, T.
All right.
So the company has been consulting. So Disney's been consulting with members of the dwarfism community through early stages of production to avoid reinforcing stereotypes from the original animated film. We are taking a different approach with these characters that have been consulting with members of the dwarfism community. Who are these? Is it the Lollipop Guild? Is that who they're consulting with?
The Oompas and the Loompas.
Yeah, we've decided to consult with the Lollipop Guild. We did not go with the Screen Actors Guild this time. We decided to go with the Lollipop Guild. Get straight numbers. So Disney in 2020 began slapping racism warnings on some of the most iconic movies, including Peter Pan, Jungle Book. The media. So Disney believes some of its older cartoons contain outdated racial or ethnic stereotypes. So it reads, this program includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures. Movies with warnings include 1970s The Aristocats.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Canine Story, Lady and the Tramp from 1955. Swiss Family Robinson. In relation to The Aristocrats, Disney warns viewers about a scene where one cat, voiced by a white actor,
Oh no.
yells out stereotypical Chinese words while playing the piano with chopsticks.
Really? Yeah.
What are stereotypical Chinese words? Kung fu?
I don't know.
what would
Soy
that be?
Sauce.
Soy sauce? So it's bang.
Kung Pao. Ching Ching Chow.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that would be.
That would be offensive. Highly.
Yeah, so was playing the piano with chopsticks.
Yeah. Well, what do you ding 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 in the chopsticks?
Yeah,
Playing chopsticks with chopsticks? I can see how,
playing the piano with chopsticks.
but was he playing chopsticks?
I don't know
That
if he was
would
playing
make it cool.
He was probably playing. He was probably playing that one
Maybe.
with the fucking hot hat. on.
The
Gong. They slanted their eyes in some of the fucking Warner Brothers ones, the
Yeah.
Looney Tunes and
Yeah,
shit.
oh, yeah.
They'd get that look going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they do slant. I mean, it's not
Peter
just
Pan.
an observation. That's
Yeah.
all. Period. End of story.
And there's preferences in those communities. They don't want this version of the eye versus that
Yes,
version of the eye.
exactly.
There's good versions of those eyes and bad versions of those eyes.
Very true. Yeah.
And if they're being honest with you, they will tell you, and they cross their fingers and they go, "Oh fuck! Thank God our kid was born with those Asian eyes and not those." So
Right.
they're pretty harsh on their own.
Yeah.
In that regard.
I get it.
Yes. And there's surgeries they have to correct those.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Little game, Korean or down.
It has to do with the crease.
Oh, yeah.
So in the lid, like if you get the really rounded, I'd have to show you examples where the eyelid closes too much around the eyeball.
Okay.
Is not what you want.
No, it's
you
a
want
little
some
too
sort of
squinty.
yeah, and you want the little bit of crease there. Some kids are born with it, some are not. I'm probably fucking this up. We'll probably get a call from my sister later. But
Yeah.
whatever.
You assholes.
Jesus, really?
How could you fuck that up?
No, I didn't fuck it up. There
That's
are
okay.
preferences.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, how ironic.
Let's see. Peter Pan, are warned. Peter Pan viewers are warned that Native American Indians are referred to as Redskins.
Oh, man. Cancel. Cancel. Can they just be the football team?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Disney says scenes in which Peter and the Lost Boys dance in Native American headdresses are a form of mockery and appropriation of Native people's culture and imagery.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But you can't do anything anymore.
The
Can't have
Jungle's
any
book.
fucking fun.
The Jungle Book.
Oh, I was going to say, hey, whoa. Hey.
The Jungle Book. Just by title alone, you know they're in for some shit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they are in a jungle.
Yeah.
The Baloo, is that the bear and,
Yeah.
the guy and the little, what the hell's the kid's name?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
But he's like Indian, right? Or native?
something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
He's not white.
it's a darky.
Yeah. So the Jungle Book has also been highlighted, namely for its depiction of Ape King Louie.
Oh,
I don't even want to know how they drew Ape King
He's
Louie.
like an orangutan.
Okay.
Something like that.
Ape King Louie is the problem, which was accused of perpetuating a stereotype of African Americans.
Yeah.
I could see how they could do that.
It's
Yep.
the bare necessities.
Is that from that?
Bare necessities. I think so. Might be getting my shit confused, but I think that's right.
Dumbo comes under fire for
What Dumbo do?
1941.
know.
You're stepping in shit in
Come
1941.
on, right? Exactly.
Dumbo comes under fire for references to racist segregationist laws in the Deep South, as well as the use of affected shit.
African American voices and shit. Can't even doing that in the fucking cartoons no more. Shit.
Any fun? Unbelievable.
Fuck out my village. The lead crow in the film,
Oh yeah, yeah.
guess what his name is?
Let's. What?
Jim.
Yeah, that one might be a problem. That one's gonna come back to haunt you.
Yeah. You
Seemed like a good idea at the time, though, didn't it?
Yeah. You can't name him Jim Crow. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Oh shit.
Lady and the Tramp placed on the list due to its perceived stereotyping of Asians.
Oh, I thought I was gonna say. I thought it was like the Italians.
Probably some of that too.
Maybe.
Yep. No, they got a problem with the twin Siamese cats. Playing off Asian stereotypes.
Oh man.
C and Am. Well, a dog pound featuring canines with largely ethnic names and accents. So they've got probably a bunch of dogs, and as they're going by it, it's like,
Yeah.
this one's Lamont and shit. He's big black fucking, and he's like,
Fuck you looking at, dog.
Yeah. And this one is Chan.
yeah, probably
Well,
doing that.
Siamese.
I haven't seen these movies.
Siamese, if you please.
That's from that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Man, I'm fucking killing it with these references.
Dinklage's concerns were shared by some charities, including the Restricted Growth Association in the UK.
The Restricted Growth Association.
Fucking A right, dude. Yeah, you heard that. Yes, you did.
Okay.
I very much stand with Peter Dinklage on the disappointment and irritation towards Disney for the remake of Snow White. As a 46-year-old woman with restricted growth,
Okay.
this story has always had a negative impact on me, not just the physical characteristics, but the labeling of dopey and bashful were not helpful on the playground.
Oh, okay.
This is Apu land.
Then you should have been Doc.
Yeah.
Well,
People with restricted growth. Okay. That's going to be a new term, man. I'm just going to use that.
Yeah. That's where we're going.
Are in majority born to average height parents. They never live in gingerbread houses.
Oh, no.
Wow. Fuck out of here. Really?
Oh man.
You're telling me.
I've been lied to my whole life.
Me too. Wait, hold on. I can't let that go. She's actually trying to claim that restricted growth people, the majority of them, do not grow up in gingerbread houses.
That's bullshit. 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 It's
Yeah, I'm
propaganda.
going to need proof, okay? We trust the science here.
History has shown.
They do not have little bear beds either. Really? I don't buy it. I need proof.
The fuck is she getting this information?
I don't know.
Okay.
Nor do they live in homogenous groups together.
Well, Smurfs and dwarfs and
Right.
Oompa Loompas and
So, the Brothers Grimm version, they're not named. If
Okay.
you're looking at the history.
yeah, just
If my research is to be believed.
just anonymous little people.
little
Height,
people,
Height,
shit.
what was it? Height restricted. Is that what it was? Height restricted.
Restricted growth.
Restricted growth.
People
Shit.
people with restricted, growth.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
I wonder who held their growth back. Who are we to blame? God. Fucking God.
Yeah.
Restricted my growth.
dude, it was 100 years later from the original Brothers Grimm version that Winthrop Ames turned the fairy tale into a Broadway play. They were named at that point Blick, Flick, Glick, Snick, Plick, Wick, and Q.
fuck you have to do to not get an ick?
I don't know. Quee. Quee?
Quee?
His name was Quee.
Okay. No.
I am going to call my last character Quee. That's enough from the gallery. Again, we are going with Blick, Flick, Glick, Snick, Plick, Wick, and Quee. All right. You know what? If no one's going to take this seriously,
Oh, I can go all day. No. Where do you want to go?
Salt and Vin. What's your favorite chips? God, I love that. Walt Disney had 16 dwarfs. Now, I don't know if this is to be believed or not. He might have originally had 16 dwarfs.
Yeah.
It was cut
Couldn't
to 7.
fill the roles for the movie.
Yeah, there weren't 6 of them on the planet. No, Walt Disney had 16 dwarfs originally. It was cut to 7 because they worried some names were too offensive for a Disney movie.
Oh my.
And they list Tubby, Baldy, and Deffy, and I just don't know if that's believable.
Deffy.
Can you imagine if that's true? That was in the article, and they didn't come back with a punchline like da 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 da. You know,
Yeah,
like
no.
ta-da.
Okay, maybe. I mean,
Is
you
it
gotta
possible?
I mean, there's Dopey and Sneezy and all the other shit. So Baldy and
Tubby, Baldy, and Deffy.
come on, Deffy.
Yeah.
Huh?
Tiny Dicky.
Just Deffy all day just goes, huh?
Huh?
Ah?
What? I didn't hear you. God damn it! Where's Quee? When you need him. Yeah. So, can you list off the 7? We did the story yesterday. I think we got close.
I did get close. Let's see. But no. It's Dopey, Sneezy, Grumpy, Doc. Yeah. And then I got into like Donner and Blitzen. I think that's about, I think those are the 4 I got
Okay,
yesterday.
so you got Dopey.
Dopey.
You got Doc.
Doc, Sneezy,
You missed Bashful.
Bashful.
Sneezy, you said?
Yeah.
Happy,
Happy. Yeah. Yeah.
Grumpy, and Sleepy.
Sleepy. Yeah. It's got a little touch of the narcolepsy.
Yeah. I think we basically, the Smurfs just added the roster. They didn't do anything different.
No.
You got Smurfette, who everyone wanted to fuck.
Oh yeah, well, I was the only vag in the group.
Yeah.
That thing had to be blown out. You
Yeah.
know, to keep that tribe going.
And you had Papa Smurf, right? Old dude. He was probably tagging her for a while.
Well, yeah.
At least early
How
on.
do you think the rest of them got here?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But then you had clumsy, brainy, grouchy, hefty, greedy, jokey, chef, vanity, handy, scaredy, sloppy, harmony, poet, farmer, snappy, slouchy.
Okay.
I don't remember all them.
No.
I do remember Azrael and Gargamel.
Yeah, they were the villains.
Yeah. They were terrible at it, though.
Yeah. Gargamel was it the cat?
Azrael was the cat.
Yeah.
Gargamel, was
Gargamel
the
was the
ugly.
Yeah. Like
What was he? Like a male witch?
something like
He
that.
would mix potions and shit to catch him.
Yeah.
Never could, though.
I had Smurfs game on ColecoVision.
I think I did too.
That was a pretty good thing.
Was it a good game?
Well, not really. I mean, it sucked shitty, but at the time it was pretty good. You just like jumped over stuff. It was all you
Yeah.
could do. It was like do 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 do
Yeah.
do. It was like one step above Pitfall.
Pitfall was great.
Pitfall was great for its
love
time.
Pitfall.
A time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but
I don't know that it would hold up. Maybe it would.
it would not hold up.
You don't think so?
It's like Pong.
No, it's not as bad as Pong. Well, maybe it's.
It's
I couldn't get over those alligators, dude.
yeah.
They fucked me up.
Tricky little bastards sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the quicksand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck Brown died.
Heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a gig that would have been. Look at those kids in that studio back in whatever year this is.
Oh, this is the original cast, the voiceovers. Mm-hmm. I wonder what that would pay. Probably
Jack shit.
It's gonna say,
Probably jack
or
shit.
garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you probably weren't getting residual deals back then. I mean, these are classics.
Yeah. I mean, they played they still are played every year.
Every single year. And you'd think, like, that kid right there that voiced Charlie Brown as a 9-year-old or whatever, like, that voice is iconic.
Yeah.
You hear Charlie Brown speak, you know what it is.
Yeah.
You know? Peter Robbins is his name. The original voice of Chuck Brown has died at the age of 65.
Okay. How old was he when he did the original?
I think they said he was 9.
9. Okay.
Started his career as a child actor at 9.
Tour.
Died by suicide, by the way.
Oh man,
It's a grim way to go.
that's a tough. Yeah, especially at that point in your life. You figured you figured out all your fucking demons, but I guess not.
No, he so didn't.
No.
He began his career at 9, voiced the Chuck Brown, including the classics, 1965, A Charlie Brown Christmas,
Yeah.
and It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, those
I
are
mean,
two. Yeah, of all time.
Yeah.
First ballot Hall of Famers.
Absolutely. No
doubt.
question about it.
Yep. Who's your favorite character?
Which one's the black one? Token?
Was there a black guy?
I think there's a black guy at Charlie Brown. Peanuts gang?
60 years ago, what the hell did they call him? Tyrone?
There was no, not line.
No, it wasn't. Pigpen? He was just the
He
little
was just
dirt
dirty
devil.
as shit. He
That was
the-
my
he
guy,
was
by the
Eric
way.
Fady.
Yeah.
No, there's a black dude.
Was there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck's his name? Charlie Brown, black character. Hold on. Charlie Brown, black character. Okay.
Killed it. She doesn't talk.
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, that dude.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Was he in jail there?
He looks like he is, but
He didn't.
pretty
He didn't
black.
make. He didn't make the third episode.
of course he's in Snoopy's jazz playing the drums.
Oh, of
on the
course.
bass. The fuck's his name? Why won't you tell me his name? God damn it.
We'll go with Token.
Yeah.
So how did
anyway.
how did it go down?
I don't know. They don't really get into
They
it,
don't
but
get
he
no
had some.
details.
Yeah, he at one point got a tattoo of Chuck on his bicep with Snoopy.
If I was going to
Fair.
get it, I would get the fucking.
Yeah, just
I would
the black.
I would get the lines across the fucking like
That'd
the
be kinda
shirt.
cool,
I
yeah.
would do that tattoo around
Yeah.
like a tribal around there, but just do it around the chest, right under
Yeah,
the titties.
yeah, that's
under
not
the
bad.
Titty meat.
Or shave your head and just tattoo that curly
Oh yeah, that'd be yeah.
hair that he had.
At least you can put a shirt on to cover that one up.
Yeah, true. He suffered from bipolar disorder.
Yeah, that will happen.
Been troubled a little later in life. 2015, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Oh, what dude do?
He was making several criminal threats against people. He pled guilty for sending the media.
It was fucking Lucy in the goddamn football, wasn't he?
Probably.
A little
Yeah,
domestic.
it had something to do with it.
Listen, she had it coming.
Yeah.
She had it coming.
He was sending letters to the media offering money to kill San Diego County Sheriff Bill Gore.
Oh, that's not going to end well.
And sent a threatening letter to a property manager of his mobile home park where he lived.
Okay.
How many times when he's in that mobile home park has he told people that he's the voice of Charlie Brown and people went, okay, okay, sure you are.
Listen, because it's probably like fucking Pall Malls for his
Yeah.
lifetime.
50 years of Pall Malls and bad fucking brandy.
Yeah.
I was the voice of that kid, Charlie Brown.
You recite every word of the Great Pumpkin.
No, I don't want no mashed taters. You ain't the voice of Charlie Brown. All right, then.
Can't take
All
my
right.
sling blade.
All right, then.
Some people call it a guider blade. I call it a sling blade.
I call it a sling blade. So he was originally ordered probation, and then he couldn't stop fucking with people. And so
They
sent
tried to
him
cut
point.
Chuck a break, and he
Yeah.
just couldn't take it.
Isn't Charlie Brown the one guy that can't catch a break?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of par for the course, really.
Yeah.
You know, Chuck Brown, that's kind of his whole thing.
Yeah.
It's not being able to catch a break, right?
I would think so.
The star also appeared on the Munsters. I don't know if star is the right word.
Appeared?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's always good job catching that word. Appeared on the Munsters
Yeah. Yeah.
as an extra.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Right. Who rang the doorbell to sell him a fucking
Yeah.
Boy Scout cookie?
Got the fucking door slammed in his face.
Yeah.
And scene.
Yeah. And Herman Munster opened the door. Ah! Ran away.
Yeah. And they just credit him as Kid Who Runs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid number 2.
Yeah. He did start to turn his life around. Began promoting and getting professional help for mental health issues, and was treated for addictions to drugs, alcohol, and sex.
Oh, yeah.
Throw that in there,
Yeah.
too.
The full trifecta. Mm-hmm. There
It's a
you
good
go.
one.
Yeah. Dare to dream.
What's he missing? Food?
Yeah, well,
Gambling?
yeah. There's a couple extras you could put in there, but
Yeah. Those are the biggies, though.
Listen, if you're gonna keep your, that covers all the bases.
If
right there.
if you want to win the Triple Crown that year,
yeah.
you want it to be
The gambling and food, they derail you real fast.
Yeah. So if you're going for the Triple Crown, you want drugs, alcohol,
And sex, definitely.
Okay.
Yep.
I think we can all agree on that, and everybody listening to us as well.
And clearly.
He said, I would recommend to anybody that is bipolar to take it seriously because your life can turn around in the span of a month like it did for me. I came out of prison. I'm a better person for it. I'm much more humble, grateful, thankful. His friend Brian Billick, not the football coach, I don't think,
I was going to say.
wrote a tribute saying, I spoke to him back in mid-December. He wanted people to watch the Charlie Brown Christmas special. He said, with everything going on, the world could do with a little bit of Charlie Brown and Linus message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a little revenue.
Yeah.
let's everybody watch it.
Yeah.
I could
I
use an extra
wonder if he-
$17 this year.
I wonder if he gets paid for any of that.
He's
They
got to have
probably don't.
something. I mean, you got to have something, I would think, but I don't know. I mean,
know.
What do I know? What do I know? Hey, speaking of money,
Yeah.
hey, does your money work as hard as you do? You know, you're going to spend upwards of 45 years working to support your lifestyle, provide for your family, and set aside money for retirement. Do you know if you'll be able to retire on your terms? How could you if you don't have a plan? Let Mark and Jay at LPL Financial help make sure your money is working as hard as you are. Call them today at 248-626-2000.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
I did that one, no glasses.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
Your eyes getting better?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. Former geography professor at Brigham Young in Utah.
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah. Was charged with sexually abusing a female student. He's been hit with 5 new counts now. Michael Clay. Bill Clay. Michael Clay, who is the head of the urban and regional planning in the geography department, faces 7 counts of forcible sexual abuse in all after 2 new victims recently came forward. He had the ability to hire interns, teaching assistants. He was fired after he was charged with 2 counts of forcible sexual abuse.
Isn't that just rape?
I don't think so.
I mean, there's like sexual assault, there's sexual harassment, but forcible sexual abuse kind of sounds like rape.
I don't think it is, though. I think they would just say rape, forcible sodomy.
Okay, I'm just wondering what the
Think.
differentiation between the two is. That's all. Seems
There are differences to each of these. Could be you slap someone on the ass, and that's assault.
Sexual harassment, or sexual.
But is
assault,
sexual
maybe?
harassment like, yeah, sweetheart, show me your tits from across the street? Is that sexual harassment?
Okay, perhaps. So, what constitutes sexual physical? Let's find some deets.
Sexual assault. 2 counts of forcible sexual
Yeah,
assault
see the forcible thing there makes.
when a different student accused him of sexual assault. He was first accused of sexual assault by an international student in March of 2020. She might be from New Mexico. We don't know, but she's international.
Yep.
The professor said he would play. The professor, she said, would play meditation music during their sessions. Told her that his office was a safe place, and that she should not tell anyone what went on there.
Smart.
Yeah, that's. None of these people see 5 minutes down the road.
That's rule. That's rule number 1.
Yeah. Clay met with her over 20 times in total. He allegedly convinced the student to straddle him during their therapy sessions, telling her that she needed to align her crotch chakra.
It's a good move.
Yeah.
It's a good move.
Have you ever used that?
Oh no, but
You need to align your
when you got to align
crotch
your
chakra.
chakras. Yeah, I've never heard of a crotch chakra.
I think he made crotch chakra up.
Pretty sure.
There are 7 chakras, as we know.
Yeah, and a crotch ain't
Crotch,
one
yeah.
of them. That's the 8th.
It's like taint chakra. You know what I mean? Yeah. My ball bag chakra. No, dude.
What do you keep trying to say here? My chakra chakra.
He explained that there were 3 major influences on a woman's life. Mm-hmm. What are the 3 major influences on a woman's life?
Mouth,
Keep in mind-
vagine, and asshole.
No.
Oh.
Keep in mind, he's a Mormon from Brigham Young.
Okay. Dick balls tongue.
Okay. All right. You're never going to get this.
Oh, all right.
We'll be here way too long. No. The Heavenly Father.
Uh-huh.
The mortal father.
Okay. And me.
And the husband.
Oh.
Since she didn't have a husband, he said, she was out of balance. But he said he could act as a substitute. I think he's gonna fuck her, Russ. Dad.
He's not going to pork her. He's not going to pork her, Russ.
I think he might pork her, Dad.
All right, he might pork her. Eat your breakfast.
The victim ultimately told BYU police that Clay then touched her in places no professor ever should.
It depends on what they're professing,
I know, and it depends. What is our clothing situation at this point?
right? I mean, and did he align her chakras?
I don't know.
Yeah. Put them babies right in line.
Yeah.
Crotch chakra.
Crotch chakra. He was just trying to align her crotch chakra.
Yeah. He's an innovator. Let's give him that.
Clay reminded her then that I do hold a position of authority here. Okay.
Yeah. Doggy style.
When she expressed her discomfort, so she's like, I don't know if this whole crotch track thing, plus you're hard.
Yeah.
It's kind of creeping me out a little bit. He's like, way more authority than you, bitch. So deal with it.
You still want that A?
He would use religion to manipulate her into feeling a certain way. Yeah, but that's what religion is. You don't throw that pile on. Don't pile on with that.
Well, it's the Mormons. That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
No offense. That's your fucking racket. That's your gig. Do you, dog? But you don't pile that on like everybody knows that.
If you want the A, you got to have the D.
Clay has the authority to hire interns and teaching assistants in connection with the program. He told the victim that if she trusted him more, he might be able to hire her, but he wanted to wait and see how she improved. I know what that means.
Yep.
Probably not talking about penmanship.
Nope.
Her,
Punctuality, probably not top of the list.
yeah. Boy, these guys can twist this God thing into a whole lot of shit, can't
Oh,
they?
yeah.
One occasion, he told the victim he prayed for her, and then he felt so inspired by the Lord to touch her physically. Wow. I mean, do you say that with a squint and a back up, like you're waiting for the fist to come?
Yeah, right.
You're like,
God told me to do it.
God wants me to touch you physically.
I spoke to God.
I prayed
and
for
He
you.
told me that I should violate you.
One of the more recent victims interned for Clay between
Digitally.
January 2018 and December 2019. He told her he had single-handedly put together the broken pieces of many girls, and that if she wanted to feel Heavenly Father's love again, she would need to come and talk in his office.
Yeah.
And then he asked about
she
her.
will.
Yeah, and then he asked about her sex life and how often she masturbated.
If you want to feel Heavenly Father's love.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
It only stopped when COVID stopped. When it started.
Oh, and they had to go remote. You
Yeah.
couldn't have the in-person learning anymore.
Yeah.
You couldn't actually align those chakras.
Think about how many girls have not been abused. See, there's always a flip side to these
Yeah,
bad
see,
stories.
COVID saved
You know?
some. Is that your 7 chakras?
Yeah, that's our 7 chakras. Go ahead, run down the list. But I will say, that I've always known that even with 9/11, there were people that day, their lives changed for the much better that day.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
There were people in that building that maybe beat the shit out of their wife on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And that abuse stopped that day when he went down in that tower. Just the numbers would say it.
Fixed it.
Oh, yeah. I don't like it. So everybody knows. So, you know, in situations like this, pandemic hits, it's like there's a handful of girls that were going to be assaulted, raped on campus that didn't happen.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
There it is.
As they say.
We should say that more often.
Yeah. Right.
So
Every silver lining has a touch of gray.
yeah, there you go. The chakras, as we all know, there's the crown chakra, top of the head.
This is going north to south.
Are these supposed to be bullseyes? Are you supposed to go come?
Targets. Yeah, maybe.
Is that what this is?
Maybe
I'm
for
going
him.
for the crown chakra. Like, is there a point system?
It's like skee ball.
'Cause
It's skeet ball.
Skeet ball. I gotta tell you, dude, I've played throat chakra.
Yep.
I've played third eye chakra by accident.
Oh,
By
you gotta
accident.
be careful with that one.
I injured myself playing a vicious round of third eye chakra once.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Crown chakra, I don't know.
Huh? Well, that's when you just overshoot.
Yeah, well, no, I know.
When you overshoot the throat chakra.
You stand back too far. And, whoop, got a little jump on that one. Skeet chakra is off tonight. Skeet. Heart chakra. I mean, that's just playing on
That's
the titties.
fucking on the titties.
Solar plexus chakra. belly button area. Who hasn't filled that hole
Yeah,
up
I got
before?
lay it on the chest.
Sacral chakra? That's more belly button.
Yeah, that's that exactly. That's filling up the belly button. The other one's on the chest. Yeah, when you can't get it all the way up to the fucking, all the way up to the titty chakra.
Yeah.
When you come up a little short, it's the solar plexus chakra.
Too many times that day. You just spent,
Yeah,
you know.
that's it. Starts at the crown and starts working its way down.
Way down.
Ends up at the toe chakra.
Dribble out the tip chakra. I felt it, but I don't see it. I know it happened because I felt it, but I don't see it.
Taint chakra. The
Yeah,
dribbler.
Dribbler chakra. It feels like $1 million, but it just goes. Blah, 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 blah. And then you have to just like
Like a lava cake.
let's just get rid of that right on your. Just lay that right on your stomach for a minute. The flick chakra. Excuse me while I wipe my dick tip and flick chakra. And then everything else is in play again.
Yeah, exactly.
With the flick, you can get the crown back.
You can get all in one.
The root chakra.
That's
Where
down.
is it?
That's the
Yeah.
fucking. That's the Aish.
Yeah,
that's the
going
back nine.
Going the other way. We've all been there. Oh my God, that's
Oh,
worked
we
out
have all
way
been
better
there.
than I thought. Oh my God! All right, let's do a quick email and get out of here.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah, there's pizza waiting upstairs.
Yes,
That's
there
good
is.
Shit. All right, from Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Hey guys,
Is this a real woman?
I hope so.
Okay. Make sure it's not one of them dudes with a chicky kind of name.
Yeah, you're talking specifically about Mackenzie.
Yeah.
You're supposed to send us some titty pics.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Empty promises.
Yeah, love that you're back on the air. If I remember, you offer a monthly option to support the show. How do I do that? Thank you. Kind regards, Jennifer. Wow, that's very nice of you.
Hi, Jennifer.
Stay tuned. Yeah, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I never had shit to do with the members area outside of putting content in there.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to do with the setup of it. Not that that's an excuse. I really wanted to get some shows going before turning that back on and
A little
figuring
bass
out-
together.
Yeah.
Lay a bass.
Lay a bass. Exactly. But we will get that. And Jennifer, I appreciate it. It's going to be, hopefully, there's more than 2 of you that sign up for it because that would be a big help as we work on moving forward. So with that, we'll call it a day. Continue to send emails. I love reading them. Walters at DetroitCast.com is the current email address. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.